Elena knows only too well about dependency. Confined to a wheelchair following a car accident a few years ago, she's one of the hundreds of thousands of registered disabled people in Spain who depend on the services provided by the state. This year, $130 million is being slashed from the disability budget, an act that has angered many who rely on it.
This is not our crisis. This crisis was generated by markets, by Europe. Why do we have to pay for it? I don't think we have to do so. I think they should see where they went wrong. But at the end, it's the weak that pay for the mistakes.
Elena is not alone in her opinion. A recession prompted by a banking crisis have left the country mired in debt. 1 in 4 of its workforce is without a job. And the latest prediction from the EU, Spain is going to stay in recession for some time to come. It would seem that the bad news just keeps piling up for Spain. And now with the possibility of even more cuts to be implemented this year, many Spaniards can't even begin to contemplate what that's going to be like. Furious, as many of them are, at what they see as a crisis caused by the banks in the first place.
It's not the fault of the people who bought their homes with mortgages that they might not have been able to afford. The workers are also not at fault, nor are small business owners. It's the fault of the politicians and those making bad lending decisions with our economy.
It's no good that they cut so much, as it's always the poor who are affected. Let the rich pay for those cuts. And instead of so many cuts, all those who stole, and we know who they are, they're the ones that should pay the money back. Don't put them in jail, that would be a waste of public money, and we'd have to feed them. They have to give the money back.
With the current climate, it's virtually impossible for the government to put any positive spin on the situation. Damage limitation is the key. So while it tries to curry favour with Brussels by enacting their demand to cut more to gain more time, it'll only cause more anger on the street. While reforms to the country's banks, loaded with toxic debt from the property bubble, is one key factor to getting the economy moving again, it'll be very difficult to persuade Spaniards that it is for their greater good, unless they can see that the government is also helping them on the long road to recovery. Sonia Gallego, Al Jazeera, Madrid.